We're here to make a new type of news.
New insight, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Making news just for you. It's January 13th here in Seoul. I'm Shin Yun. I'm the news anchor of Arirang's new daily morning program, News Generation, where young people make the news at Arirang's very own open studio. Every morning, we'll discuss the top issues and latest current affairs affecting people in their 20s and 30s. Joining me in the studio is Cheska Dain-hong.
Good morning. Happy Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. And Nal Song.
Hi, spooky.
I know.
Spooky. Now, both are here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. Now, every day we will make a news feed for the new generation, and we're looking at the top trending hashtags on social media in the past 24 hours. Here's the 3 hashtags we have for you. First is hashtag Jeju Air. So many people try to buy cheap flight tickets in Jeju Air's annual sales promotion on Wednesday that their airline's website crashed. Flights to Japan were up for grabs for a little over $40. The second hashtag is FAA. All flights across the United States were grounded due to a glitch found on the Federal Aviation Administration's computer system. The White House on Thursday said there was no evidence of a cyber attack, but investigations to find the cause are underway. Last is hashtag Jeff Beck. May he please rest in peace. The legendary British rock guitarist died on Thursday at the age of 78. Now, these are the 3 hashtags, guys, and why do you think the new gen was interested in these particular hashtags?
So for the flights, I can definitely relate to the sentiment because I've taken multiple American domestic flights. So I know how frustrating it can get.
Awful.
When you have these massive delays just being
Right.
tied at the airport for no reason. So I really, my feelings go out to not just the passengers, but for the airlines as well.
Exactly.
But what really caught my eye was about Jeff Beck.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of the guitarist.
Right, the legend.
The legend. He's called the 6-stringed warrior, and he
Yes.
quotes himself that, yeah, she's got it. She's got the moves.
Yes.
Yes, the rule breaker for creating the sickest sound possible,
Yes.
right? So I actually went onto the YouTube to see some of his live concert, and there were comments and comments about how great he was. So it really shows that classics are just timeless regardless of
Yes.
the
Right.
generation.
We'll never forget him. May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
And Niall, what about you?
You know, I think what caught my attention was the flight tickets that became cheap because after COVID, I want to travel again.
course.
And $40 a ticket is cheaper than a bus. And
To
so-
Japan.
Yes. So, I mean, I could see why everyone else was interested and why it crashed.
Right, definitely. Now, all right, thank you for both of you for making our news feed of the day. Let's wrap it up for now. And News Gen will discuss topics, different ones every day. And here's what topic we have for you today.
Here, anyone can be a star on social media platforms. The most viral short-form videos that have been taking over the internet are challenges. There are many types, like hashtag relays, dance covers, and makeovers. It doesn't matter where you are. All you need is your phone and some courage. Today, News Gen aims to answer 3 questions. 1. What are social media challenges? 2. How did they get so popular? 3. Any precautions to keep in mind when following this trend?
So today we'll talk about social media challenges. And before we go into this, why don't we first take a look at how the new generation has been consuming social media for these trends, for these challenges to have trended. Cheska?
So the social media challenge has been trending on 2 major platforms mostly, which is Instagram and TikTok. And so here are the reasons. So according to YPulse media research done last year, TikTok has boomed
Yes.
in media usage
Definitely.
among Gen Zs, even surpassing Snapchat, which has long been
Yeah.
Gen Z's very, the favorite to go
Right.
to. And the interesting thing is across the board, including millennials and Gen Z, Instagram and YouTube are still very, very strong.
Right.
However, I think it's the TikToks, the viral and short
Yeah.
meme, and also the easy tools that you have
Right.
to create these contents
Yeah.
that really attracted Gen Z, the so-called the thumb generation.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's just that it's so quick and easy to use that these short form content and short form platforms have been popular. And on these platforms, social media challenges have been trending, right? And now, as an influencer, I would like to first ask you, what are social media challenges?
Well, social media challenges, I mean, as you can probably tell from the title, are viral trends that actually invite other people to partake in the challenge. So it's a chain that goes on. And like we mentioned, on TikTok is actually really popular because they use the same sound, background sound, as the trend. And so there's this consistency and thing that unites everyone who's participating. And of course, there's different types of challenges, like dance challenges, or singing challenges to kind of show off your vocals, or you know, the flex culture. If you bought something new, to flex it
To show it off.
and even just telling personal stories with fun audios in the background. That's another trend.
Right, and are there any other challenges that you know of?
So I'm not as well acquainted as Niall is. I'm definitely a challenge novice, but I still found some interesting ones. So because our generation are very interested in self-development and building habits, what I've noticed is they do a lot of hashtags like study with me or like workout daily.
The good one.
Yeah, that workout checked off.
Right.
Yeah, to sort of motivate themselves and build a community around it, as well as social movement like the 5K challenge, the ice bucket challenge that went on viral for a very long time, and also like hashtag Durrell challenge, which some of the Hollywood celebrities like Henry Cavill participates in.
Right.
So it really seems like the challenge motivates people to build themselves better, and also for the good causes like social movements as well.
Right, so it's for a wider audience for various causes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, Nell, you're an influencer, and from my sources, I hear that you've tried some challenges out yourself, and we actually have some prepared.
Show us, show us, show us.
Oh no. This is me.
Oh my God.
Trying to explain my personal story of experiencing COVID through our wedding, and I guess the challenges we faced. We're getting shot down.
Look at the hand at the end.
Yes. One more. Okay, so there's dating and marriage comparison, like before and after vibes.
That is so good.
That is,
What's that?
Oh, okay. So this is bilingual fights between husband and wife. Yes.
I love that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. What? Oh my. I think they
is
were
so
so fun.
That's so creative. Oh my goodness.
You are an amazing actress, and your husband too. He's an amazing actor.
Stop it.
Like comical and funny and
Thank you.
But actually, yeah, and if I may comment, this actually reminded me of a similar challenge that happened during COVID in Hollywood, where Kevin Bacon sort of started that hashtag I stay at home for. So it was a viral challenge to encourage and
Staying at home.
Stay at home.
Exactly, and what kind of things they were going through,
Right. Yeah.
the dismal days that they were going through during COVID. And I feel like if I saw that during my COVID times, I would have been very happy and
It would have brightened up the mood.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure
Right.
it brightened up the mood today too for everybody. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Thank you for sharing. You've got my laughs.
Yes.
And I'd like to ask Cheska, are there any trending social media challenges at the moment here in Korea?
So not as creative and cool as Niles, but there's a super funny clip I saw, and I don't know if you might know this, but the K-pop artist Zico. So he came on a show once, and he publicly apologized, half sincere and half jokingly, for starting a social media challenge culture.
Oh, any song.
Whether good it down
He did start it.
Yeah. So now all K-pop artists feels immense pressure to continue this challenge, like go ask their K-pop colleagues to like
Right.
dance with them,
Yes.
like promote to their fans. So please go post on your social media. So there's a very interesting culture that has formed around K-pop dance and songs. And also one other thing that I noticed that is trending right now is, do you guys know Netflix Wednesday?
I love Wednesday.
Dance?
Yes.
This one.
Yeah, they love
Exactly, that's one.
Yeah.
Actually, our viewers should go check it up because we might not be like
I'm
the
a
most
bad dancer.
accurate.
This
me
is
too,
not a
me
good
too.
reference.
I love you guys, and I shouldn't be embarrassed, but that was not what I expected.
It's okay. I'm proud.
I was proud of us.
So to answer the question, yeah, that dance seems to be trending. I'm
I
not sure how
see.
much, but yeah.
I see. I'll definitely have to catch on board. Now, all right, let's find out why these social media challenges have become so popular, not only in Korea, but around the world, through an interview with a social media manager turned content creator from the United States. And if you're curious, please stay tuned. All right, now let's extend our discussion to how social media challenges and specific social media trends have become so popular around the world. We have with us a former social media manager and current content creator. Joining us via Skype is Paloma from the United States. Great to have you here.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Great to
Hi.
have you. And Paloma, I would like to start off by asking, as a content creator, you must film a great variety of content. What was your favorite social media trend or piece of content you've produced so far?
Well, I mostly focused on vlog style videos. So I would use a lot of the trending or challenge sounds as a way of depicting my everyday life, especially while I was in Korea. So this video
cool.
is actually of me like showing off like my outfit in
Gorgeous.
like a cafe. So
Yeah.
I really like
embarrassing when you see it yourself.
All right, and I feel like Nael and Cheska, you two might have some questions to ask Paloma. What about you, Cheska, if you could start us off?
Yes, absolutely. Paloma, that is such a great video. Thank you for sharing that with us. It is no secret that Gen Z are active consumers as well as providers in the social media scene at the moment. In your experience, why are they so interested in following or partaking in these trends? And what is the reward behind that, if you could explain a little bit?
Well, I think people like to share their story, and people like to get feedback from themselves, from like their peers. So, for example, like I don't like pineapple on pizza, and I always think to myself, other people feel the same way.
Right.
With TikTok, I can just make a video, for example, saying that, and I have like comments or people sharing my video and adding to my video with their own story. So it's about sharing and then feeling like you're part of something bigger than yourself.
All right, and influencer to influencer, I think that you two may have questions, Nael.
Yes, I mean, you've actually worked as a social media manager as well, so you know the ins and outs of both sides, I guess. And this is maybe tips to companies who want to start their own trend or challenges. How can they make a good one that can take off?
I think the big one would be trying to find those key sounds, because sounds and music are very, very, very important on TikTok. And then also reaching out to smaller influencers and really researching their engagement. Because sometimes you want people that have like big numbers because you think you're going to reach many people, but those people aren't necessarily interested in like the product you're trying to create. Also, always hire a team. Don't hire one person, because one person making a ton of videos won't necessarily make like a boom happen on social media.
It's a lot of work.
You're most likely going to get that person to burn out.
Right, and lastly, I'd like to ask, as you mentioned, because people communicate there, are there any precautions to keep in mind when we follow or actually try these social media trends out?
First thing I would think about is the trend healthy? Is it promoting healthy values?
I love that
just
comment.
in terms of like a lot of like there was a Tide Pod controversy, at least here in the States, and people were eating detergent, which is poison. And so first I would say, is it healthy? Is it promoting something that you love? Is it promoting something that's worthwhile? Is it giving information, especially sharing information with different groups of people? I think the key thing is to find something that speaks to you and to do it consistently and to share it consistently. That's what makes a good challenge at the end of the day.
Right, as long as you're doing it consistently and healthily. Thank you so much, Paloma.
Thank you, Paloma. That's such a great message. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
All right, now if we bring back the discussion to the studio, are there any comments from Paloma that actually really fascinated you?
I think to, stay safe and make wise decisions and do it in a controlled way where you can have fun but not harming yourself or other people,
Exactly.
What about you, Cheska?
For me, definitely on Niall's comment too, that social media scene can get too crazy at times, but also the fact that she talked about the pizza on pineapple.
Yes.
And so for a person like me, sometimes I'm very cautious to express my identity on social media. But for her, she says she wants the feedback. Like it's a community forming. For me, that was a very interesting perspective to look at.
Community aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree to you guys both. As we said in the VCR today, it's all about having a phone and a little bit of courage. Right. And given that we are a live morning program, we always ask our viewers questions related to our discussion topic in advance, and we use this time to share with you what they had to say. So we asked what they thought about social media challenges and if they tried them out. So here's what they had to say. Megan said even though she's an older Gen Z, she's never participated in any of these challenges, and she thinks that other people partake in them to be part of the crowd. It's also a new way to show that you're trendy, even if you don't have money to purchase trendy goods. And Terrace Bell 4740 said TikTok's algorithm for the For You page focuses on the optimization of content you might be interested in, which makes it easy to scroll for hours. We are definitely the thumb users. And Benny D97, yes, Benny D97, he said, I've never tried a TikTok or social media challenge, but if he did try one, he would like to try the dance challenge by our popular K-pop artist.
Thank you, Zico.
Thank you. Now, what do you guys think about these comments? Starting with Nell.
I'm excited to see what Benny's going to make for TikTok. So see you on the flip side, Benny.
And Benny, when you do, please hashtag us, like
Yes,
hashtag
please.
Arirang News Generation.
Exactly. And what about you, Cheska?
For me, what I found interesting is out of the 3 comments that you read, Yeon, 2 of the people have never participated in a social media challenge.
Right.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel so proud to represent the group today, but also the fact that we should always have an open mind about generalizing our generation, because even though social media challenge is trending, it seems like there are some people who are still as cautious or not as participating as much as we think they are.
Right, definitely. And I think I agree with all of these comments as well. You don't need to try them out just for the sake of catching on to the trend.
Yeah.
But I think social media is a platform for you to be courageous, express your feelings.
Go for it.
Exactly. And have fun with it, hear what other people have to say. All right, every day we upload questions related to our discussion topic for our viewers to answer. And if you want to participate, please search Arirang News on YouTube and look into our community tab. Now, we've already come to the very last part of our discussion.
Seriously?
Yes.
Sad.
Time flies so
Time is fun when you're having flies, as they say. for
exactly.
frogs.
With you two and all our viewers out there, I'm having way too much fun. I didn't even know that time was flying this fast. Now, final thoughts on today's topic.
Yes, I was going to say I would love to end with a dance, but I will save that for the next time.
Yes.
But for me, social media scene has always been referred to as the jungle. It's wild, it's uncontrollable, and it's so easy to get lost, but it's free and it's thriving, and there's so much for growth. So our generation is even expanding into these uncharted territories like metaverse, AIs, and VR. So I think this is really the time for us to take the privilege and the power to create a very safe and healthy ground, as Paloma said, for all the creators and inhabitants of this social media scene. And I really do believe that as new generation, we do have power to do that.
We do. We are given that privilege.
Exactly. Thank you, Yeon.
Yes. What about you, Niall?
As long as we know how to control the jungle, we can be Tarzan.
I love that. Oh, Niall always makes the
Yes,
best.
good analogy, right? So I guess you guys all in the jungle.
We'll see everyone in the jungle. And because we have a little bit more time, I would like to ask, after this newscast, would you make a social media challenge yourself?
Wow, that is such a great question. And the answer is no. It's no.
We couldn't persuade her.
I
Why
know.
not, though?
Yes.
But I feel like I have to represent the 2 MZers and 2 viewers who said they didn't participate.
Yes.
But you should ask the same question to Niall.
Yeah, what about you, Niall?
You know, now that everybody's just seen my TikTok, I guess I am shameless. I have nothing more to hide. I will continue to make them.
Okay, and I would actually I know, Cheska, you would have to go against what you just said you're not going to be making, but if I may ask, why don't we do one on Wednesday? I really want to try that one
On
out.
Wednesday, the Wednesday
The
dance.
Wednesday dance.
Oh, I see.
Would you please?
So now the news is over, and I'd like to see you next time. I'm kidding.
I'd love to.
All right, so you're on board with that.
Yes.
But if we are doing it, I'm a team player. I'm in.
Okay,
Yes.
we got her.
Yes.
We got
But
her.
we're gonna edit this part.
And this is how the news generation
This is
works.
how the
Yes.
news generation
All
works.
right, today we talked about how the new generation loves to have fun on social media through challenges, including all of us here, and even for those who don't, try it out. If not, it's up to you. Now, we'll be here every day from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Korea time, bringing you the topics that young people are talking about. Special thanks to Cheska
It
Jain-hong.
was so much fun today, and happy weekend, everyone.
Happy weekend, and Niall Song.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Thank you, and both were here joining me in the studio. And thank you, everyone, for watching. It was a really great week to start off, and we'll see you guys next week because we are
News Generation.